everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the SpiegelMom Scraps design team, and I'm super excited to share this one with y'all today because we are on Instagram doing a hop with Click Kits. We did a little collaboration. Click Kits gave us access to some of their cut files, and some of the Click Kits design team members are working with some SpiegelMom Scraps sequins. So definitely go check those out. I will try to have a link below. But for this specific project, I am using the Leaves 1 cut file from Click Kits. And I decided to cut it out on some gray cardstock. And so what I did is I took the cut file and I made it I made the image a little larger. And then I duplicated it to have, I think I ended up with 5 sets of these leaves. And I originally wanted to see if I could have little shakers in the leaves at the ends. But then I just went ahead and went with the idea of layering them up. So this project that I'm showing you right here, this is for the collaboration and then also for my design team project for the week. So not only am I using this cut file from Click Kits, but I also pulled some inspiration from Pinterest. And if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, SpiegelMom Scraps for the month of November were being inspired from layouts on Pinterest. And so at the end of the video, I will show you the layout that I had chosen, which gave me the idea for this specific layout. So I have all of my leaves cut out, and I only chose to remove the middle of the leaves on 3 sets, and then the other 2 I left solid. That way those could be the base of my layers, and you'll see here in just a moment how it looks. But I decided that I wanted a little color on my leaves, but I also wanted the gray cardstock to still show. So I just used a dry paintbrush. I didn't add water, and I'm adding some of the Dina Wakley paint in the color Gilt. I think it's Gilt. Hold on. Yeah, it is Gilt, and it's heavy body acrylic paint. So I used a dry brush so that you could still see the brush strokes as well as the texture on the cardstock. I wanted it to not be completely covered, and I wanted the gray to show through. So I'm just going through and I'm painting the color onto the leaves and using my media glass mat that I love so much. Gosh, it's just easy cleanup. It's easy just for me to put the color down and do my thing and get messy. And then how easy it is, like look how easy it is to clean it up. I just got a baby wipe and then sprayed some water and cleaned it right up. I love that thing. And then you can see on the left, I've got 2 sequin mixes that I pulled out from SpiegelMom Scraps. And the first one is Earthy Treasure, and the other one is Fallen For You. I ended up only using Earthy Treasure because of the color scheme, and I didn't need another pack. Everything that I needed was in this specific sequin mix, and I love this one. It's got wood veneer sequins, it's got some cream sequins, navy blue sequins. There's also some large clear ones as well as some wood veneer hearts, and this mix is fantastic, and it matches the color scheme of my layout perfectly. So let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, so I'm going through some pattern paper and trying to see how it looks, like which one I want to use. I did want to use some pattern paper, but then again, I did like the look of how the leaves stood out on some white cardstock. So I'm using some Basil Marshmallow cardstock, and it's super thick. I don't end up using or doing any other mixed media on this layout. It was just the painting on the leaves. But I pulled it out just in case I wanted to add some paint or other sprays, but I don't. I do add some shimmers, like splatters, and then I do add some Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine at the end. Now I do have to tell you, when I was editing and uploading my video, the footage of me adding my sequins as well as the splatters is gone. I think I had gotten a call or I didn't press record on my phone when I started adding the sequins, so I apologize. So as soon as my I believe it's like the 9-minute mark or 9-minute and 30-second mark, that's when my final photos show up. So you'll see, like, magically all my sequins are there. So definitely stay tuned for the final photos, so you can look at how all the sequins are on my photo, or not photo, are on my layout, as well as the splatters. Okay, so I did follow the layout that was inspired by me, not by me, the layout that was inspired on Pinterest, and I don't know if I've mentioned it, but it is a layout by Diana Tuckwell, I think that's her name, and it was a layout of the week posted on the Studio Calico blog. I don't know how long ago it was, but she basically had the same idea with the photos. Her photo happened to be a horizontal layout, and then she had a banner of leaves with several clothespins on hers. So, and her layout was very soft and had a lot of muted colors. Mine is the complete opposite with the darker tones, and I don't have clothespins on my leaves, but for the most part, it's the same idea. I have exactly what she has with some pattern paper at the top, my photo, even though it's vertical, then the banner kind of style of my leaves, and then I'll have a paper cluster at the bottom like she did. So yeah, so definitely stay tuned so you can see what layout inspired me for this project. But as soon as I saw it on Pinterest, I was like, oh, that's perfect. You know, since I am using a leaf cut file from Click Kits, this would be perfect. And I had a lot of fun with it. I do have to say, when I did cut the cut file, I had my settings. I didn't change my settings, so it did take me a little bit of time, because it's my mistake, that I had to use my tools to cut out the leaves because it didn't cut correctly. But I should have paid attention to that in the beginning, but I did cut a lot of that out in the beginning, and I forgot to explain that. All right, so I am just adding some extra leaves to fill in here and there on the bottom of the cut file, and I love how it turned out. I did get my two leaves that I didn't punch out the middle of, and use that as my foundation, and then I staggered the other leaf cut files so that it would kind of, not match up, but still look like full all together. So I'm working on my title with some foam thickers, and I'm going with this one that says Smile, because this, I haven't talked about my photo. The photo is of my oldest son. He was about 4 here, and he just has the best smile there. And this was when I was really into photography back then, and I would make him go outside and be my little model, or, my subject, so I would just snap photos of him all day. And I have all of these photos printed. Like several years ago, I had ordered a bunch through MPix, and I've never had a chance to scrapbook them all. So I'm really, that is a goal of mine, is to get all of those photos scrapbooked. And the last month or so, I haven't been able to get as creative in my scrapbook room or craft room because I've been studying, and I finally don't have to study anymore because I passed my test, and I'm doing, I'm going to be a realtor, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I'm going to have, I don't have to study anymore, as in, preparing for my test, basically. So I'm going to have a little bit more crafty time, which is taking me about 3 minutes to explain this. So I'm sorry. If you know me personally, it takes me a long time to get what I'm trying to say, because I go on tangents or I start telling stories. But anyways, yes, so I have fulfilled my duty of studying and taking my test and passed. So I will definitely have more time to be in my craft room to create and play a lot more in here. So I'm super excited to hopefully get more of those older photos scrapped. So stay tuned for that. Whew, okay. So I'm nearing the end of my video here. So what you're going to see is my final photo, as well as my code for SpiegelMom Scraps. My code is Brianna15. You can save 15% off in the shop. Don't forget, she's got some awesome sales going on for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. Definitely go check out what she's got. She's got amazing sequins. And check out Click Kits, because they have some awesome cut files, and it was super fun to do this collaboration with them. There is my final layout. I love how it turned out. I love this cut file. This was a lot of fun. There's the look at the Earthy Treasure sequins right there. They are absolutely stunning. And thank you so much for commenting on my videos, for watching and subscribing, and for thumbs upping. I really appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.